All right, so here in this race, we're back at Charlotte Motor Speedway again for something completely different than what I've usually been doing. Doing a rookie rallycross race. I was racing with my friend Luther, and he wanted to try something different, so we ended up entering into this rallycross race. Um, there's going to be 7 people starting in this race, I think. One of them is going to be Luther. I am the number 1 car that is green and black there. Luther is driving the number 4 car there that is kind of white with a very light blue, sky blue as well. This race is completely, this is nothing like the NASCAR races. This is a lot of sawing back and forth. This is completely different, but it was interesting. Luther's actually driving with a game controller and not a wheel. So his driving style is a lot different than what, of course, mine and probably a lot of other people's are, where we're having to like wrestle around on this wheel a lot. Where he can, I think it almost might work out possibly better for somebody on a game controller to some extent because of the fact that you can so quickly change your wheel direction faster, like back and forth faster than somebody that's on a wheel can. Because we've got to turn the wheel all back and forth and wrestle it around, where he just has to basically just move his thumb left and right on the joystick and can make huge adjustments if need to be. The problem that it comes into is like any kind of finesse that he'd need to do, which I don't think that there's necessarily a ton of finesse that's needed. Um, in a race like this compared to some of the like more calmer, like very finite adjustment kind of like high speed super speedways on NASCAR tracks, which is where I think that the you would have a very hard time dealing with this. But it ends up being an interesting race. Me and him actually end up kind of going against each other, but there's some chaos that happened that kind of made it uh, turn out the way it did. But it was a fun race. It was a lot different. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad at all. So here we are. I think I'm starting in the second position on the front grid here. I think the number 5 car is there in first. Number 6 is in third with, I guess Luther would be in the 4th position there as the number 4 car. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So the way that this works is that it's a little dirt course with some asphalt in it. It's kind of a little road course. We're going to do 10 laps, and one of the laps has to be a special joker lap, which just is the same as the other laps, only you kind of have to take a little special jaunt off of the regular track onto a little side piece, and do 1 lap like that. I think both me and Luther do that joker lap on the first lap. So once we get through the first lap, we then go and start to just regularly do the regular track the rest of the course, so we get the joker lap out of the way. But yeah, I'll try to get as much of both of us in here as possible, and we'll see how this goes. All right, here we go. Had the first place guy wrecked up the whole field right off the bat. I was able to slip right by him, just barely there. We had some people get in here behind me. They made it through too. So I ended up actually getting in first here right off the bat, and I think Luther made it through that without getting hit, but he kind of got slowed down. He had to slow down and go around it, so he's about like a third of the track behind now. Now you can see the guy that was behind me. Here we go on the joker lap. The regular lap would go along this way, but the joker lap you have to go bend out and around on this side part here. You can see Luther there was kind of going around that side piece. Let's see, I'm still in first. Can't really see anybody behind me. Here's Luther going up and over the thing. Yeah, he's still about a third of the track behind me here. You can kind of see his driving is a lot different. You can see how his wheel reaction is like all or nothing. I mean, it's really jerky. Also, I noticed he shifts his gears like crazy. And I don't know if that's planned or, I mean, I'm guessing it's planned. He's doing it. And then we'll see, you can see how I'm going around here with my wheel action. It's smoother, but it makes it harder to do quick adjustments. Catching up to a lap car here. It's trying to negotiate these turns. You don't really get penalized a whole lot for going off track, obviously, as you can see I'm doing here. Coming around here for the last turn as we kind of bend down towards the finish line here. Gotta drift it off to the side and try to drift it around the corner. That guy's all messed up. In these races in real life, though, the cars really get beat up a lot in the race. I mean, a lot of bumping and banging. So seeing them with a lot of body damage is not really that big of a deal. And here, although I'm in first, I made a huge mistake. And I do have a pretty big lead on Luther, which is about a third of the track behind me, but I pretty much gave it all up with that. As you can see, he's coming around that corner now to close in on me. Let's see if we can get this. Yeah, he's only one turn behind me now. So I got the nice jump ahead from that beginning wreck on him, but now after I kind of lost it myself, I gave it all away. So now he's within striking distance. If I make any more mistakes, he's definitely going to have a chance at it here. There, you can see right there. Perfect. So now we're on lap 5, we're about halfway through, and I'm just trying to make sure that I hold him off and don't make any more mistakes. And I'm sure he's trying to push it to try to catch me now. Kind of get like a blimp view here, so maybe you can see how the whole course goes. There you can see he's about the same distance behind me coming into that turn as I'm exiting it. And here I'm going to come out of this last turn as I kind of bend around to the finish line. And so we can kind of follow the course here. You kind of come through the start finish, and then there's this dirt long turn here where that first guy wrecked. You kind of lean it over to the side and try to power through it, but then you got to slow down and get yourself all centered to go over top of this slight ramp, and then you do a hard cut to the right through the asphalt, which gives you a lot of grip. Then you can get like a lot of speed on this straightaway, but you have to brake real hard right here as you come into a tight corner here and try not to slam into the wall too much. As you can see, I kind of tap it just a bit. Then you got the long dirt bend here, which is very hard to keep it balanced as you're going around a turn. And then we're back onto the asphalt going through the final turn again as we make that long bend to the start-finish line as well. So that's kind of how the track goes. It's pretty short. We're on lap 8 now. Let's see if I can tell if Luther has been able to catch any. There he is. He's still right there coming out of that corner right as I'm going over that jump. He's still hanging around there. He's not letting me get away from him at all. Even though I'm obviously making some slow mistakes, I'm just trying not to completely ruin it. He caught a little bit of time on me on that bad corner. We're on lap 9 now, second to last lap. I think it's the second to last lap. Yeah, I think it's 10 laps total. There you can see him coming out of the turn there. See if he can actually see me from his cockpit view. Yep, he can see me kind of going around a turn. He's trying to catch me. Seems like he's handles. Oh man, he gained a lot of time on me there. He negotiates those turns in the dirt way better than me. I don't know if it's because of the way that he can correct and manage the wheel so much quicker than I can because he's using the joystick or what, but I'm not very far ahead of him now. A lot of gear shifting. See how he negotiates this turn? Puts it right down through the middle. It's almost like a pro. And negotiating this turn, I'm going around the outside, and he's doing a much better job of keeping it in tight. I don't know if that might be it. I don't know if he has any more laps to catch me. There it was. So, ended up finishing first in that. Finnery ended up finishing second. And what ended up being a pretty decent, tight race there. I think for both of us, the fact that we were... I mean, I don't really run these kinds of races at all, but Luther's very new to the game, so he doesn't even have a wheel yet, but I mean, we've done some racing games for a lot together, so he understands the whole concept pretty well. So anyways, that was definitely a fun race. Might end up trying to do some of those later, but until next time.